Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are so glad that you are here. I'm Helen Renevik, and I'm joined by beautiful Katarina. Today, we are going to explore a beautiful idea that Katarina reached out to me, and that is life is not happening to us, it is actually happening for us. We are going to go in because that maybe sounds. So this conversation is really for anyone that feels that they are in a crossroad, they're unsure why life is unfolding in a certain way. So together, Katarina and I, we will explore how that inner alignment and conscious choice, because it is our choice, how it can help us to move into some greater clarity and peace of mind. So welcome, Katarina. I'm so happy you're here.
Thank you so much, Helen. I always love our conversations.
So this topic that we are going to have a conversation about, because that's all we don't prepare,
No.
before we come on. Yeah, we have three questions that is guiding us forward, because otherwise we could go off like everywhere. We are kind of creative, aren't we? So let's start with this question here. What shifts, what do you think, when we see life as happening for us rather than to us?
Well, everything shifts, basically. And it's totally our choice. That's what most people don't know. They think, well, of course, life is happening to us. There's all this chaos around. Well, you can join the chaos or you can join the peace within you. When you join the peace within you and you know that the whole world, not only the world, not the life, but the whole universe, every universe is for you, then your whole consciousness shifts and it's up to you. Nobody's going to make you think one way or the other. So, what shifts when we say life is against us? Well, then you become right, and then you maybe contract a disease, your business isn't going well, your relationships don't go well, because you're right. Life is against you. So that's a power you don't want to use. Use the power that says life is for us, because then you are aligned with life. You're aligned with the world. You're aligned with the universe, and you're aligned with everyone who thinks that way. Okay, so what shifts? Everything shifts. Your health, your finances, your your relationships with yourself, with everyone, with everything shifts. Why? Because now you're at peace. And when you're at peace, you're at peace with everyone who is at peace. And you haven't joined the chaos, you know.
I feel peaceful. I
Mm.
feel peaceful when I hear you.
Beautiful,
And
beautiful.
it's true. It's just to maybe shift that mindset. When I began to see life as happening for me, something inside me softened, you know, because I didn't feel like I had to control every detail. Because
Right.
can I control everything? No, I cannot. I can only control how I respond or how I feel inside. And, I've always been curious, but I also use sometimes a reframe, because it's so easy to see something as wrong. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with this? And then kind of your mind is looking for that. So I can reframe it and say, okay, what's right with this that I'm not
Mm.
getting?
Mm. What's wonderful about this, I've,
Because
I've just I've just been ill. I mean, I don't usually use that word anymore because I'm never ill enough to just go to bed. You know, everything just continues. So I've had a so-called cold, but I looked at it as, oh, well, this is wonderful. My body is getting rid of all this mucus and it's saying, okay, you've got a cold, but we're going to take advantage of that. And I feel so much better than I did before my cold.
yeah,
So that's how different it is when we think life is for us. I know that Tony Robbins talked to a woman who within 5 years became a millionaires. And he said, well, what's your secret? She said, well, you told me, Tony. Now I think the universe is for me. I think life is for me. I don't think life is against me. Because if you think life is against you, then automatically you are a victim, right? And you've decided that you're a victim. Unknown caller. And that's what's going to happen.
something came there.
Somebody wants to know something. Okay.
Yeah. Who is that? Somebody want to join us here on the call?
Yeah. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, yes. So either we decide to be one with the universe, which is so powerful, or we decide I'm a victim and stuff happens to me. Oh, you attract people who are maybe not the best friends or maybe not the best business partners, and things start to go wrong. And it's our choice. We have that power. And if you look at little children who are beautifully raised by their parents who allow them, they are coming from 95% of them are coming from creative genius. And if you leave them alone, they know the universe is for them. You don't have to tell them that. They already know that until they don't know it later on. They change their minds, well, I'm a teenager and blah, etc. But if you look at little children, you look at babies, they are with the universe. They are with life. They are for life. And we should not stop them.
No.
Absolutely. We should go with them, with the flow.
Yes. Yeah. Children are beautiful and we can learn so much from them. So this question is important because many people hear the phrase life is happening for you and think, do this mean I ignore my pain and blame myself? How do you explain the difference here?
Yes, thank you, Helene. It's a very good point. And I think a lot of people, when they're ill or something happens, oh my God, God is punishing me. Well, God is not punishing you. You are not at fault. You were not born in sin. That's an illusion. You were born, as I said before, as little children. A baby is completely innocent and born into a universe that works for them. Right? So blame has nothing to do with this. In fact, it's all about surrender, being in your power, claiming that the universe is for you. Now, okay, let's look at one thing. Let's look at what happens if you say, well, the universe is against me. I mean, how does that benefit you? You get to be right. Now, is it more important to be right or to be happy and thrive and be successful?
But again, where did that right come from? Because maybe I've read this book or read this book, because it doesn't matter. It
Right.
really does, because my right could change, couldn't it? Today I think this and tomorrow I think this because maybe I learned something new.
Yeah.
So I think, again, is it important to be right?
For me, no. I'd
Mm.
rather be happy than right. If people make me wrong, that's okay. That's their truth. I mean, and I don't go against them. But do I want to be with them? Do I want to do business with them? No, thank you.
Mm.
Because in the end, we are all one. And we are all one in a life that is for us. And when we understand that, there won't be any wars or disease, because how could we say, well, we are going to attack that country because they're wrong and I'm right? And how do you convince, all the men of the country to go to war, and the women to allow their children and their husbands and male members of their family to go to war? No, no, this is chaos. This is chaos. And we are moving actually into peace. So it's time that we took our responsibility back, stop blaming ourselves, and absolutely stop blaming God. Because the people who blame God, I had a conversation with a friend the other day, and she said, well, I mean, God's to blame for everything on this planet. And I go, no, 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 no. We are responsible for everything that happens to this planet. And we have to admit, in a mess. Why? Because we're going through transition into an era of peace and joy and love. But first of all, you have to go through the stuff. So, as you just asked, Helene, do we ignore our pain? No, we don't ignore our pain. But is the pain a result of a punishment? No. Sometimes it's just to wake us up. I know you had a fall just recently, Helene, and that fall was a wake up call,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
But even we something but I was tested big time when my son was diagnosed with cancer, and so many parents. And it's very easy to go in and blame yourself. Oh no, it should have happened to me. And I always tell the parents, no, it happened for a reason, because you are a parent to your child and you are the best parent for this. And when we grow through it, not just go through that. When I grew through that journey with Yusuf, it was a reason. It wasn't a punishment for me. No. I mean, of course, was it hard? Yes, it was very hard. But I grew to something different.
Later.
And today I wouldn't be able to stand next to another parent that are going, we never go through, even if we have the same diagnosis and whatever it's happening, same illness, we don't go through. But at least I can be an allowance of them. I hear what you are going through. I can feel the pain, not your pain, but I can, I have experienced it. And that's what I believe. We are faced with things in our lives to see how do we handle it? How do we get through it? And that's what is leading us into this question here. You know, what helps us choose what is true for us every day? What practical ways can help us to stay close to our truth and our values in our daily life? I know we have been talking last time we were on here about our values, so does do you honor your values? Does it bring peace? You can ask that. Does this honor my values? Does this bring peace, like you were talking about? Maybe small step, at a time that will, move you closer to a life more of ease.
Yes. So, what can we do? Our rituals, our habits are crucial here. And we have a choice. We can wake up and go, oh my God, another day. And it's Monday and I've got to get through Monday to Friday. Well, you're already setting up your reality, your day, not to work for you. So what if we did it the other way around? What if you got up, even before you got up, you meditated, and you might say, well, meditation isn't for me. But hey, check it out. A lot of, thousands of people, millions of people, maybe billions.
But what is meditation? Because meditation could be so many different things.
All right, that's a good question. Meditation for me is going within and being the master of your thoughts and creating your day.
So what do you do when those thoughts come? Because, for some people, they sit there and they do meditation and it seems like it's so wonderful. And for other people, it's like, oh my God, I cannot do this.
Yeah. Well, oh my God, I cannot do this. Where does that come from? Where does that thought come from? It comes from the reptilian brain. So as long as we know, hey, we all have a reptilian brain. We all have an inner saboteur, right? We all have one. The thing is, you know, we don't ignore your thoughts, but just
That's
say,
very important. Don't
yes,
ignore it.
don't ignore them, listen to them, and let them go. Listen to them just like you would with let's say, a child comes up to you and swears at you, hits you, all these things. Would you say, oh, well, that's wonderful? No, you wouldn't. You'd say, no, this doesn't work for me. Let's think of another way to do this, right? So your thoughts, especially when you're growing spiritually and making a huge shift. Let's say yesterday you thought that the world was against you, you thought that life was against you, and now you shift to life is for me. Well, your inner saboteur doesn't like that, right? Because it loses control over you. So realize that your inner saboteur is actually, it thinks it's stronger than you are. It's not. You are a billion times stronger, but you've got to test it, okay? And so don't ignore your thoughts. Listen to them, let them go. Listen to them, let them go. If that comes up in your meditation, that's all. Don't make yourself wrong. I have a list of things I say to myself in meditation, and it might help you too. And
Maybe you can share them in the comments later on.
yes, not all of them.
Not all of them, but
I
some,
can share
because,
a few of them. Absolutely.
some people struggle with this.
Yes, absolutely. So I would start with, if you agree with Helen and with me that life is for us, start off like that. Say, life is for me. The next one could be, I'm creating my day. All right. The whole universe is with me. Every moment of this day, I thrive. Every moment is a gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you, universe. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, life. Be grateful for this moment. We're alive, right? Yes, there's chaos around us, but we're alive, we're at peace, we're one with each other, we're one with God, right? We're one with life. Now, if you don't like the word God for whatever reason, because it's too religious or whatever, you're one with the universe. You're one with life. It's all the same. So you don't have to be a religious fanatic to start meditation. Some of the most successful people in the world, most of the most successful people in the world, actually always, always, always start their day with meditation. So just you can make up like 10 things that you want to say to yourself and say it every single morning until you want to change them. So yes, I will write a few of my sentences in the comment the comment bar, and I will make some up as well that you can use. But it's not a woo-woo thing to do. It's actually a very, very smart thing to do. You
And
know,
it's to quieten your mind because, we have like 70,000 thoughts that are just passing by all the time. And even during the day, I tell, clients and friends, if you go out at lunchtime, use your five senses because, it's just to be present. That's what meditation is. Yes, you can have your eyes open during that time. What am I seeing? And then, you focus on that because your brain will not have other things when you speak to you. What am I seeing? Say what you see. What
yes,
am I smelling? You
yeah,
know, and repeat that. What am I hearing? And repeat that. What can I feel? What can I taste? I mean, maybe if you're out, but you could even taste the air. Th-
yeah.
it is not harder than that. Those few seconds, that's when you are present, in that moment.
It's beautiful what you just said, Helene. And I'd like to share um, part of my spiritual journey actually started at one point with J.R. Krishnamurti. And he said exactly what you said just now.
Here is a one Brian, he was here and he was saying self satisfaction matter. He said that when we were talking.
Okay.
And then Mary, she was saying, wow, I'm creating my day.
Oh,
Every
beautiful.
moment I thrive.
Yeah, I love it. Yes, thank you, Mary, and thank you, Brian, for that. I just want to go back to this book. It's called The Awakening of Intelligence, and it's exactly what you were saying, Helene. That what am I seeing? If you ask yourself consciously, what am I seeing? Suddenly you start waking up and realizing, oh, I'm seeing this green of this plant. How beautiful this is. And something starts to shift within you. So, yes, meditate at lunchtime, meditate just 5 minutes. Don't get bored doing that. And I mean, there are meditations where you just try to get rid of your thoughts. Well, that's hard work. And, sometimes I go to sleep during my meditation because I meditate at night. It's okay. I wake up and I go to the next point. It's like I have a whole list.
Mm.
So life is for us. So make that maybe your first meditation statement.
Yeah.
So I have a call to action. I just wanted to share with you. I'm sorry if I interrupted you.
No, share it.
I would love
Exciting.
you to say, people who are listening right now, there's no wrong or right here. It's
Mm.
just what works for you, what doesn't work for you. I would like you to write in the comment bar in capital letters, for me, life works for me, or life works against me. If that's your reality, I honor your reality. I'm not going to make you wrong, absolutely not. But if you just write for me or against me, then we'll know where you are. And you might, if it's against you and it's not working for you, I mean, how could it work? You might want to contact Helene, or you might want to contact me, because we have a life that's working for us.
But
Actually,
it takes work. I
it
work
takes,
on it all
takes
the time. I think life is a continuous learning every day because if I wouldn't learn something every day, and I'm so grateful for you, Katarina, because I'm aspired where you are and you are, you're looking for possibilities all the time. And you have done that throughout your life. And, you let other people, like you said, there's nothing right or wrong. When we stop judging ourselves if it's right or wrong, it just is. Then life is filled with so much ease. Life, now Brian said here, Life works for me.
Yay! Thank you, Brian. Yeah, please comment because, Helene and I, we're here for you. We're not here against you. We're here for you and with you. And we love it when you participate as well. So, and every time you say life works for me, like you just did, Brian, the whole universe responds.
Oh,
I
I get
promise you that.
goosebumps. I get goosebumps because that's what it is, when and we are like together. When we do one thing, it's like a domino effect. So if we do something and I say, okay, life works for me, it doesn't mean that your neighbor or your friend or this, no, but it's that energy that maybe makes them feel like, okay, it could work for me too, but also to reach out, like you said, reach out. I think people are starting to be more on here in Sweden also. Everyone is to themselves. No, human beings are supposed to be together. We are supposed to, I can ask you, Katarina. It doesn't mean that I'm less than or worse than. No, asking question and being curious, that's what can make me shift. And oh, maybe I never thought about that.
Yeah,
And there's nothing, we don't have to compete with others. No.
yeah, yeah. Because others, whether they know it or not, they are for us. Everything is for us. Why? Because we're all one. We are all one being. Isn't that amazing? I mean, otherwise, we'd be alone on this whole planet. And what would be the point of that, right?
Very
We're
lonely.
here, as Helene said, to learn from each other, to empower each other, and to shift our consciousness to a higher vibration because it's all about vibration, isn't it? And
Mm.
you may think, well, that's silly. Vibration, what's that? It's everything. You wake up in the morning, you go, life is for me, this day is for me, my boss is for me, my manager, even though he doesn't know it,
Yeah.
we are all for me. All right. Everything's working for me today. Let's try it out and then see what happens because the universe will respond to that. The universe will always make you right, no matter what you decide. So be careful because you're using universal power.
Mm. So thank you to everyone who has been here today. These 30 minutes go so quickly. So if
Yes.
today brought you some clarity and maybe some sense of relief, take that as a sign that your inner world, yours, is speaking to you. And there is so much wisdom inside of you, not outside, but inside. And if you want to continue exploring this work more deeply, like Katarina said, we are here. We can support you, reclaiming that inner alignment. I do it through my program, The Power of No Without Guilt. And Katarina has her own ways of working with people. And it's designed to help you listen inward and make choices that honor who you are. Not me, not Katarina. It's to honor who you are. So you can reach out to both of us in the comment or on LinkedIn in a DM or on our websites. All the information is there on our profile. So thank you. So I'm leaving now, Katarina, to say a last few words before we close today.
Thank you, Helene. I just want to say that perhaps you don't know how powerful you are. If you've created a life of chaos, that is power. But you can recreate that and change your mind about what the world is doing for you and how the universe is empowering you rather than the other way around. It's just a thought. but it's one of the most powerful thoughts you ever think.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Helene.
Bye for now.